What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We're back at it with more American Truck Simulator for Trucking Tuesday. We're doing the Swift thing today. We talked about it for a while. Wow, my tires just moved. Weird. Okay, anyway, we're down in San Diego. We're going to drive the entire I-5 corridor up to Everett. I want to go to, I think it's Bellingham is like the very, very end of it. But yeah, okay, Bellingham is the very end. I couldn't get a run up there though, so Everett's our next best place, and then maybe we'll go to Bellingham to pick up a load or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, we're in a, let's get out of this. We're in a beautiful Swift Volvo. It's got the D13, 475 horsepower, and I think a 13-speed manual transmission is what we got in it today. Anyway, let's hop in the truck and we'll get rolling. All right, I think we're loaded up, ready to go. Let's go ahead and drop her in first. Release parking brake. And we'll get rolling. Let's see, how are we going to get out of here? This one is going to be a bit of a pain, maybe. We should be all right. Hopefully so. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I was a little bit worried about that trailer next to us there. I didn't want to snag it, but we'll clear it just fine. All right, let's keep watching. I think we're good and clear. All right, let's drop her down in second. And I think we might have to make some adjustments to track IR real quick. We'll see. Yeah, we're good back there. All right, nice. Let's get out of here for a second. We'll get rolling, and then I'll make a few more adjustments. Around this curve here. Not the easiest place to get in and out of. Yeah, we're going to curve it just a little bit. I should have swung her out some more. Not the easiest place to get in and out of. That is for certain. All right, what do we got? Back that way. We look good. I think we are. We're going to take it either way. We're going to take it, guys. Yeah, they're just going to wait. They're going to wait. They're going to have to. All right, and then now we go back to the right once again. There we go. All right, we're set now. Alright, so we are in California. We're leaving out of San Diego, so we do have the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. So we're just gonna kind of like cruise along. Really super easy. I should have gone into 7 high on that. She seems a little heavy, a little weighty, so we probably got a decent amount on her. She's not as weak as the Cascadia. That truck was 450 horsepower. This is 475, so we got a few more horses under the hood. Same transmission, so it's probably pretty comparable. Like the Cascadia in the last long video series we did for Pride, and now the Volvo for Swift, like these to me are like the epitome of fleet trucks in America right now. Now there's a lot of other trucks that are used as well, but I really feel like the Cascadias and the Volvos are like the bulk of it, like the meat and potatoes of fleet driving. At least it seems that way. You see a ton of them on the road. A ton of them, so that's pretty cool. I didn't even think to look and see what time we left out of here. We'll say probably about noon, so we'll drive to about 10 tonight, maybe something like that, and then take a break. I have no clue where that's going to put us. We'll just go with it and see. We'll go with it and see. Wherever we wind up is where we'll take our break. We'll just have to think about it. The good thing about Cali is there's a lot of places to stop. I need to get over, so you're gonna have to let me go, dude. Stop, let me over. You're gonna have to. And we need to get over again. Sweet. All right, now we're set. Let's go ahead and get the cruise going. There we go. All right, good job. Anyway, it is, once again, of course, it is Tuesday. I hope you guys had a great start to your week yesterday, Monday. Our ice is finally melting. We've had ice on the ground since Sunday morning. A little bit. It hasn't been like crazy bad. It's more sleet than anything, but it's finally starting to melt and go away. It's going to be a little bit cool this week. It was really warm last week. Like I said, Saturday it was like in the high 70s, and then Sunday morning we had a freak ice storm. Just kind of came out of nowhere. Nothing horrible, you know. It wasn't like there's power outages or bad road conditions or anything. The roads, I think the roads are warm enough that it didn't affect them, you know, because it had been so warm the previous few days. So that's good at least. But look at there, sneaky, hiding over there in the corner. So that's good. I think this rest of this week's gonna be 40s, maybe 50s. So a little bit, a little cooler. A little bit of a chance of rain and some snow possibly for us as well. So we're getting into that really, really weird weather time in the Panhandle where it'll be like 80 one day, snow the next day, and then you have a tornado the next day. Like it's it's crazy. We are getting into the tornado season, unfortunately. I'm not looking forward to that. I always dread it. I dread the tornadoes and the hail. It's not my favorite time of the year, and it kind of sucks. Like we kind of plan our trips around what the weather is going to be doing. Like if we need to go to Amarillo, we'll look at the weather and make sure that it's not going to be bad weather, because we did that once. We made a trip out of town once on a day that we're supposed to have tornadic supercells. And so we went out of town. We thought we could make it because it looked like they were popping up just north of us a little bit. So we thought we could make it. We go do our business in this other town an hour away, and we look at the weather. We're getting ready to come back, and like they were pushing further south than what we had anticipated. So we leave out. We got the kids, all 3 kids with us, and we get a little bit outside of town where we live, probably about 10 or 15 miles, and all hell broke loose. We had to cross this big high ridge line, right? And that storm hit us there. It was hailing. The wind was blowing like crazy. It was a storm. It was a boss of a storm, big time, whipping the car all over the place. So we finally creep into town amongst the hail and the wind and everything else. We get into town and the tornado sirens are going. So Merity works at a hospital, of course, so we stopped there because that was closest for us to get to, and we were able to take shelter there. But after that day, I said I would never do that again. I would never put my family in that kind of risky situation again, you know, because springtime weather in the Panhandle, you don't know. If there's a chance, then it's a no-go. If it was me by myself, it would be completely different. I wouldn't care. Or even a Merity and I both, like we're adults, we can take care of ourselves, but you know, it's like a whole different dynamic when you have kids. You have to think about and consider things again. And on that particular day, we thought we could do it. We knew there was a chance of bad storms, but we thought we could do it, and we guessed wrong. Like it didn't do what we thought it was supposed to do, and so it could have been a bad situation. It could have been really bad, but luckily it wasn't. We made it home, no damage to the car. The hail was only probably like nickel size, maybe at the most. So it wasn't too terribly bad, but. Yeah, wasn't good. Wasn't a good trip. I said I'd never do that again. So springtime, we don't travel around much unless it just specifically says it's going to be clear today. Summertime, then you can. But then in summertime in the Panhandle, it's so damn hot. You get in your car and you feel like you're going to roast. Like it's horrible. It's the worst weather ever. It's crazy how dynamic the weather is here. All right, well, we're on I-5. We're cruising along. I think we just went through Carlsbad, maybe. We're coming up on the I-10 junction, so we'll drive to about we'll drive to 10 p.m. probably, and then cut it off there. I remember another year, I think it was it the very first year we moved here. We had tornadoes just outside of town. We had two. It was two of them back to back, and we had to go to a shelter because we don't have a basement where we live. So we had to go. They got like shelters designated in town, you know, like at the courthouse, the schools, you know, place like that. So we go to the shelter, and we shelter through the two storms. We were down in the shelter like forever, for at least a good hour, because it was one tornado came through just a little bit north of town, and then there was literally another one right behind it. So the storms passed that evening. The tornadoes hit outside of town, and we went out of town the next day. And we went through the area where the tornadoes are at. Luckily, no one was hurt. It was just more agricultural damage. I think it took out some industry, some kind of industry. Took out the, what do you call the pivot, oh damn it, what are they called? The pivot, they water the crops, you know, the pivots. I don't know what you would call them exactly, but took several of those out, just tossed them all over the place. Like, you know, there's nothing to them anyway. But, and I'll never forget, we're driving through this tornado ravaged area. Like, you can see where they went, no problem, one and then the other. And it was snowing. It was snowing on us that day. It was so weird. Had a tornado the day before, and then it was snowing the next day. All right, what is this? This is I-5 North Bakersfield. Track R's wanting to wig out on me again. It's been doing that a lot here lately. A little bit more than usual. I don't know why. Have to keep an eye on it. It's definitely, it's highly dependent on the lighting in your room. If your room's really bright, it's definitely going to affect it a little bit. And so I do all my videoing in the morning or midday, so if I did it at night, I think it would be a non-issue. All right, let's hop out of the truck. Let's take a peek at her here. It's our beautiful Swift Volvo with 53-foot trailer. Very nice looking truck. Not bad. Poor Swift. Like I said, they're the redheaded stepchild of trucking. They get such a bad rap. There's always someone there to document Swift's mistakes. No one else. Like, you don't ever see anyone else's mistakes hardly documented, but damn it, someone's gonna be there to catch Swift. Like, it never fails. It never fails. I truly believe it's like people see a Swift truck and they're like, I'm gonna get my phone out real quick and record this because I know something's gonna happen probably. So Swift's all the time getting bad publicity. Maybe it is a bad trucking company. I really don't know. You guys that are truckers, give me some insight on Swift. Like, are they really as bad as they seem, or is it just like one thing kind of built up on another and now they're kind of labeled as being that way, you know? I honestly don't know. I don't really have any true insight to it, but other than like seeing the memes and the tweets and all that stuff. Alright, truck lane. I guess we'll have to hop over in that. Of course, car is passing me on the right there in the truck lane. Can't be doing that. Oh, damn. Yeah, what a grade. Now I think we can do it. Go ahead and get our flashers going too. Uh oh, someone done overheated. Chuck's done overheated. Going up the hill. Nice. I wonder if this is part of the last few California updates they've done, because I don't remember this, and it's been a while since I've driven the I-5. Look at there, Little Caesars, nice. It's been a while since I've driven the I-5, so this could very well be new, maybe? Alright, we got steep, you know, if you go up, you gotta go down, so. Let's hop over here. Runaway truck ramp, nice. I need to test those out one day. I need to test one and see what it does. Alright, we'll just ease on down. I guess we need to keep our flashers going. Always kind of look at it like if you go in, like minimum speed on an interstate might be like 40 mile an hour, so you have them going if you're under. Yeah, I think this is new. I think this is part of the new scenery upgrade they did. I'm really looking forward to them doing Donner Pass. I always felt like that was one spot in the California scenery that was really kind of lackluster, you know? Like it just wasn't that great. It didn't ever do it justice. All right, let's go ahead and get the flashers off. All right, see what do we got here? I-5 San Francisco, 1 mile. You drive through California in a truck and an 18-wheeler. It's such a leisurely pace. Like driving Miss Daisy. All right, let's set the cruise. I think we're good again. We'll go with this for a bit. What's our time look like? 4:44. We got a few more hours left. Come on, stay with it. I don't want to drop a gear for this bridge if I don't have to. There we go. All right, let's hop back out. We'll take another peek at her here. Sweet. I like it. I dig my Volvos. I've had a ton of them. On the other profile, I had tons and tons of Volvos. It just always seems like the Volvos don't ever get a lot of love in game. But people always go for those customized trucks. The big W900s and the Pete's and all that stuff. It doesn't seem like you see a whole lot of Volvo trucking in the game. Oh, sorry, dude. I didn't mean to cut you off. We drifting. Maybe he'll come on. Maybe he'll come on by. Yeah, she's a nice truck. I couldn't tell you what sound pack this is for the engine. I had another one that I really liked. It sounded so good. And it's no longer supported anymore after they did the last sound update, whatever update that was, I don't know. And it doesn't work anymore, and they're not going to, evidently, I guess they're not going to do anything else with it, which really sucks because I love that for a Volvo. It sounded so good. All right, let's hop back in. Where are we at? Dude, we've still got 1,000 miles to go. We're coming through Bakersfield. Okay, streets of Bakersfield, yes. Streets of Bakersfield. I actually like that song. It's a good song. I'd pull up that map, start thinking about a stopping point. We've got 20 hours left on our trip, so actually this is going to take a few days. Yes, it is. It's going to take a few days, so it'll be all right. It doesn't help cruising 55 all the way the length of California. It's going on 6 now, so we'll have 4 hours after that. Let's pull up the map real quick, take a peek here, see what we're going to do. We've got Huron, we've got Stockton, Sacramento. I'm going to think maybe we might make it up to that area somewhere. We'll see. Maybe Stockton or Sacramento, somewhere in there. We'll try. See, we're doing good on fuel. We may stop when we stop. We may fuel up. That way, we don't have to worry about it anymore. So we may have to stop a little bit early so we have time to do that. And I got a weigh station, and of course, you got to pull in. Of course, it's all right. I'm kind of curious what we weigh anyway, so. Get in there, trying to float her down a little bit here. There we go. Not bad, not bad. I like floating. I know I had a discussion a while back about double clutching. Seeing some people do it in ATS. I think they did double clutching videos just for the sake of doing it. Like I said, it's not, 80,000, not bad. Not bad. Not good, but not bad. Roll back on me a little bit there. All right, let's get on out of here. Uh-oh, someone done got. I really hope they make these ramps longer when they finish this California upgrade, because like you never have enough ramp. The game's evolved a long ways since California, that is for certain. And I've always thought these rest areas like this right here, where you just have an exit coming off the interstate and then there's a service station and like a little rest area and stuff like that. I always thought those were so odd. Like, you don't see that in the United States. At least I haven't. And I really feel like it's because, I don't know where SES is out of. Somewhere overseas. Somewhere over in Europe. I think it's just because when the very first release of this game, they didn't truly understand the American like interstate experience. You know, they didn't have a full grasp of it. It's obvious that they've researched it and studied it a lot more now, because they have the big huge truck stops on like the regular exits and stuff like that. But Capital, nice. Is that a container? It's like a smooth side container. That's cool. I have never seen that before. That is so cool. Nice, okay, and got Western Express up there as well. Sweet. Remember when Huron is coming up on 7? Yeah, it's going to be probably around Sacramento, somewhere up there. Let's look again. Maybe Stockton, honestly. I think Stockton is probably going to be it for us. Either this service station there or the ramps. We're probably just going to use the ramps. They don't have any good, like, really good truck stops in California, so we probably just have to use the ramp to rest on. Western Express wanted to run about the same speed. We're gaining on them a little bit, but now we'll get them. All right, we'll hop back over now. We're good. Yeah, I want to say is SCS. I'm gonna have to look that up. Are they out of Czechoslovakia or somewhere over there? I'm not really 100% certain. Somewhere in that part of the world, though. where they're located. I've seen them post some stuff about Ukraine, them doing fundraisers and stuff like that, which is really cool. Crazy times we live in, guys. Like, seriously, it boggles, like, some of the stuff that we've seen the last few years just literally boggles my mind. It really does, like things that you would never expect. So I really hope they find a resolution in that somehow. I don't know how they are, but either way, it's very bad, very bad. And I think one of the things that I find the most shocking about the whole situation, at least to me, is you're seeing this huge movement on Twitter where, you know, it's like all the Twitter foreign policy analysts come out, and the warfare, you know, planners, they come out of the woodwork. Everyone has their opinion on, you know, how they should do it. And there's a lot of people that, you know, are calling for like some kind of direct intervention in that. And, you know, my take is like, you got to be really super careful about that. You've got to be really super careful about that. This isn't Iraq or Afghanistan or, you know, anything like that. We're talking about another nuclear superpower. And I'm talking as someone that grew up during the Cold War. You know, I hit my teens during the fall of Russia, you know, when the Soviet Union fell. So I remember the Cold War in the 80s, very much so. And I was, you know, even as a young kid, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, I was very much aware of nuclear warfare and what that meant. And you know, I've always been somewhat of like a history buff and a warfare buff. I've always studied that, all the way from the Revolutionary War, World War II, Civil War, whatever, Vietnam. So I was always very much aware of that. And I remember as a kid taking a permission slip home when I was like 11 or 12 years old, I think. Taking a permission slip home to my parents. So we were going to watch the movie Threads in school. We actually had to watch that movie. And if you're not familiar with Threads, it's basically is a movie. It may have been a made-for-TV movie. I can't remember exactly. It was about the worst case scenario. What would happen, you know? And of course, it was an older movie. I think it came out like in 84, 85, something like that. Of course, it's not like a Michael Bay, you know, filled with all these extreme special effects and all that stuff, you know. But it was pretty dang stunning and graphic for back then, especially to be watching it in school. And you know, I remember it. I remember it definitely. I remember parts of that movie. You know, it really brought out like the dark side of what could happen. What could happen if the wrong move was made, or if someone interpreted things wrong. You know, how quickly things could escalate and get out of control. And so, you know, I would just tell anyone to you know, think really hard about that, you know, because it's most definitely not a pretty outcome, and there's no winners in that whatsoever. So, you know, I think there's a lot of, I don't know what's going on with Twitter. Like, there's so many people that they totally disregard that aspect. And that kind of it kind of blows my mind a little bit how they do, you know. I mean, it's a bad situation. You can't let someone that has nukes just do whatever the hell they want and kind of hold you hostage. So what do? You know, I mean, it's like a double-edged sword. You know, it's a tough situation to be in. And I really hope, for the sake of my kids and everyone else, that, like I said, they find some resolution in that somehow. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what happens. What happens with that. Beautiful sunset, though, right? Did y'all see that? That was gorgeous. All right, we're going to get off that. I didn't mean to rant. It's a little bit of a downer, and I definitely don't want this channel to be about that. So we'll carry on. We'll be at our destination shortly. We're going to start looking for a stop now. In fact, we're almost there. Let's see, what can we do? We got an hour. We got an hour left. We're coming up on Stockton, maybe. I think probably the next exit or so. The next exit or two probably is where we're going to go. We'll park on the ramp. We'll park on the on-ramp and we'll end it there and we'll take rest and then we'll continue our trip in the next video. It's probably going to take at least 2 videos to get up there. So we've got another 17 hours to drive. Yeah, it won't quite be enough for 3. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to break it up into 3 because then we'll have 2 kind of longer videos and then one like really super short one. I don't want to do that. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. We'll probably just do 2. Man, it got dark quick. It's like daytime dark. Like 2 seconds of sunset in between. Let's see, it's 9:18. Here's our next exit. All right, I think this is it coming up right here. Stockton. Yeah, we'll stop here in Stockton. We'll do the ramp here. I think it's about as good as any. These California ramps are always so incredibly short. And steep too. Like they're really super steep. They're rough coming off of them. Let's see, where do we want to go? I'm trying to think what we could do here. I don't really want to park on the ramp because that's going to be a pain and it's got the guardrail too. It's not like the best spot to stop. Let's run over to the right. We may be able to just stop in this service station parking lot here. That's the thing about the California map, the old school California map. There's just not a lot of spots to accommodate a truck. You know, there's just really not.
Let's find
Damn, where could we go?
turn left and then turn right.
Yeah, I think we're going to swing in here and get some fuel, and maybe they'll be good enough to let us park here overnight. It doesn't look like they have a whole lot going on here. Sure, we're all right back there. All right, sweet. Let's go ahead and set the brake. We'll hop out. Oh, what's going on with the view there? The pumps are messing with us there. All right, let's get a little fuel here. Oh yeah, we gotta kill the engine. That would help. That would help, Spur. Kill the engine before you fuel up. So we just about timed this out perfect. We really just did. There you go. Filled up, ready to go. Get the engine going, hop back in. All right, what can we do? I guess just stop here, guys. I think we'll talk to the service station attendant and probably just stop here. Not a lot of good spots in California, that's for certain. They don't have truck stops and stuff like that. There we go. We'll just pull up here. We'll kill it here. I mean, we're blocking their pumps on one side, but they're okay with it. They said, go ahead. You'll be all right. They're very accommodating to truckers because there's just nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go around here. All right, so we're going to end it here. We've got 16 hours left, 876 miles. It is now 9:53 in the PM. 21:53. So how about take one more look at our beautiful Swift truck? We made it here. we made it in one piece for Swift. So we have to be doing something right. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to hit that like, subscribe, ring that bell, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know what's on your mind. And I think with all that said, we'll catch you on the road next time. Peace.